How's it everyone? Jacques from Dapper Shaves. We're back in the rainforest with another straight razor shave. I've actually got two here, one's a backup, we'll get into them a little bit later. This is a Yaki 24mm 2-band badger, I think. This was a gift from a patron, so thank you very much. This brush originally had a little bit of too much scrap to my liking, but I fixed that by changing the bristle tips. For those of you that's interested, we're going to use that. The soap, not a Master Soap Creation soap. This one, Omnia from Grooming Department. I've used this, I don't know, 3 or 4 times before. This is a lanolin, a sheep-based, lamb-based tallow soap. So we are going to give that a go. Like I do with all my other soaps, make a little pre-shave. You'll also quickly get an idea of how hard and how slick the soap is. The scent on the soap is really quite pleasant. So that's enough pre-shave, and then we're going to make some lather. So when it comes to straight razors, I particularly like razors with a belly. So we all understand that thin blades are the sharpest, and so I think the thinnest blade you will get is a DE blade. But what you'll come to realize is that DE blade is clamped between the guard and the cap, or some kind of support, and that is to ensure that there isn't too much blade flex and chatter. Imagine you've got a sheet of paper, it will very easily flex like that, but if you put something behind it like this, a support, that becomes actually still very thin, but a whole lot more stable with a whole lot flex. And so in that regard, that's referred to as a belly on a straight razor. And the gentleman that started that whole thing was Carl Frieder Earn, when he invented the hex machine, but before then he understood the importance of a belly. Another chap that was very good with this, Fritz Bracht, the German, the man who saved Dovo back in the 40s. He also understood a belly, and in his own razor ranges, you will find quite a pronounced belly on them. And then there's another Japanese out there, r.sato. He was a celebrity hairdresser in Japan, and he essentially revamped that whole industry through fashion, colors, but also changing the gear, coming up with new scissors and combs, and really reinventing that whole industry. And in that regard, he opened up a hairdressing school, actually a few across Japan, to skill up the people and do things in a different, more modern way. And as he changed scissors and the equipment used for hairdressing, he also changed the barbering, the shaving equipment, and he specifically designed a razor for this barber school, which he believed to be the best design in achieving what you need to for quality barbering. And that razor is r.Sato's own Rosette razor, and I've had one on this channel before. I'll put up a link here. It is from the supporter, one of the biggest supporter of this channel. It was his razor, and that razor specifically transformed his shaves going forward. And so what he did was, he went and he found a NOS one, unused, untouched, as it was set up for the barbering school, and he gifted that razor to this channel. And today we are going to shave that razor. But moreover, as I say, that razor is untouched. So I took the liberty in just giving it a good strap on a Kanayama, and we are going to shave the original factory edge from Japan. Now I told myself beforehand, Jock, you're not going to have a look at the edge, but I couldn't resist, and I did through a loop. And that really didn't help, because that bevel is so small and fine that it's difficult to see what's going on there. What I can tell you, it's a clean edge, and it passes the hanging hair test quite nicely. So we're going to shave that razor. I'll show that to you shortly. And then as a backup, I have got my own personal Koraat, which is a very heavy bellied razor. And I'm not sure where Ulrich got his ideas from, but that is a prime example of a modern heavy bellied razor. Right, so I just quickly want to clean my hands and dry. So this is how they came packaged. Ribbon razors in these little plastic sleeves, like they shipped equipment for barbering. And we're going to take that out, and it's got in the plastic bag that also says ribbon razors with a VCI paper in. Here is the razor. NOS, it's a little bit loose in the scales, but we're going low down, but we're going to shave with that. And I think you will quickly see that that pronounced belly right over there. So this is the Rosette. We're going to use that. And when I'm done, I'll show you guys the Koraat. I just want to, here is the Koraat in its box. I just want to move this out the way so that we don't get things wet. Okay, let's not delay that. There we go. Here's the Koraat, and you will clearly see that pronounced belly. Alright, so I'm going to put this away. And we are going to shave this razor. I just quickly want to hydrate the lather again. And I'm going to do my typical modified with a grain against the grain stroke on my cheeks, and then also against the grain up in my neck. And we'll see how that goes. So that is really not to compromise how I would normally do things. As I say, I just stropped this razor. So here goes. The other thing you will notice about this razor, it's also shorter, eh? It's 2 inches instead of 3 inches. Which makes it also quite a nice shaver. So That feels slightly tuggy, but I'm talking very quickly after just a couple of strokes. So I think I make comments too quickly. But we'll see when we get to the difficult stuff, full spas and so forth. So that's 3 days beard growth gone. So let's clean up this. It is slightly tuggy. But very, very smooth. So let's see what happens here. This is across the grain. Guys, now this razor does shave, but it doesn't feel hyper keen. It does shave, but I need to improve on this edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off this razor. If I do a normal traditional pass shave, north to south across the against the grain, I'll get a good quality shave, but that's not how I want to shave. So I'm going to dry and clean this razor, and I'm going to put that away. And so many people would be very, very happy with that, but the proof in the pudding is going to be if I can get a better result using the Koraat. So here's Koraat. I haven't strapped Koraat yet, and the reason for that is I wasn't planning on using it. But I strap after my shave, so this razor theoretically should be sharp already. I've strapped already. So what I want to do is just quickly hydrate this. I think I added too little soap, too little water to this, but we can fix that. Okay, so here's the many strokes, see if it's the same. Yeah, definitely a massive difference in the sharpness. I would put them both at the same smoothness level. So I'll obviously put a different edge on that Rosette 80, and then we'll come back and maybe do a little comparison between that razor and this Koraat. Martin does a lot of comparison videos. I think I can also maybe squeeze one in with a couple of my favorite razors. Yeah, this thing just flies through airs, and so does that Rosette. It just needs a little bit of a refresh after 70 years. Those razors were made in the 50s and the 60s, during the 50s and 60s. So that edge hasn't been touched since. So once again, if you've got that stability behind the edge, then you can really take on the tough stuff head on, no problem. Okay, so that's one pass, and that is essentially 3 days beard growth. There's going to be 1 or 2 longer bits here and there, but this is essentially very, very good. We'll give that a clean up. I really enjoy the soap. It can be a bit slicker, I think. I'll see now if I hydrate my skin properly and then add it if it makes a difference. I think the post shave is going to be amazing. So once again, I want to really thank Lazarus. You've been an awesome friend, but also a fantastic supporter, loyal supporter of this channel, and enabling me to put out all this wonderful content. So really appreciate it. Moreover, the rest of you that's also following this channel, subscribing, finding my content useful, I appreciate all of you. Without you, this channel won't exist, can't exist. I'm not sure if I loaded too little product, but or if I got it wrong today. Still very good, but I'm not going to say it's going to blast one of the MSC soaps, so I don't think so. International soap, quite good, incredible scent, sleek. Very good, highly recommended for straight razor shaving. I think the soap has got emu oil in that helps with absorption, obviously, into the skin. How and to what level of a difference that make, I don't know. Yeah, there's not a lot of hairs left after the first pass. I'm sitting here hunting for hairs. So yeah, I like a bit more stability behind the edge. Other people try and, shoo, that was a careless stroke. Other folk try and take metal away behind the edge to make it as thin as possible. I don't know, this for me works quite well. So let's do quickly this and then we'll do a full pass. So back to the Rosette razor. As I said, I really can't wait to put the edge on that and shave it. It will most likely be my next shave. So wonderful. A wonderful birthday gift. And pretty soon we're going to have blood coming from this ear. I'm not gonna fiddle with it. I'll put some alum on shortly. Talking and shaving simultaneously is not recommended. Right there in the fold. Right, that was a very, very pleasant, very smooth shave, albeit with some casualties. Okay, soap, quite good, scent, wonderful, Koraat shaved, excellent. By the way, that is a Iwasaki Coma, run on a black Arkansas. That's how I finished this one. It's the same way I finished the Rosette for the customer, and exactly the same finish I'm gonna give my own razor. Rinsed under cold water. I've seen some razors, if you have got very fragrance rich soaps and there's soap on the blades and you rinse it under very, very hot water, it seems to have the tendency to help patina or water stain or some kind of mark there. So I rinse mine always with cold water and wipe them down. Here we go, Koraat. I've still got to do some maintenance on this with the hair dryer and strapping before I put it away, but I'm not going to show that here. What I want to get into now is the important bits now that the razors is out the way, and that's post shave. So I am going to use this as a post shave, first bit of the post shave. Let that in the emu oil nicely absorb into the skin. I can clean the brush, and then I'm going to do my unscented tallow from Master Soap Creations, and then put on a witch hazel splash. And then we are done. Thank you for joining me in experiencing this unused Rosette 80. Good edge, definitely not great from the factory, but a whole lot better than you would get from the modern razors the last time I checked. Here we go, the Yucky 2-band badger, very nice dense brush, shaves beautifully. We're going to put on this shortly, the unscented. I just quickly want to rinse this off. Very good post shave. I'm gonna let that sit a little bit wet on my skin while it absorbs in. But while there's emo oil in there, I'm going to start adding the tallow on top of that. Also use the moisture on the skin. And then we're going to work this in. We're going to give that a couple of seconds. I'm going to dry my hands, and then we are going to use I'm going to use Miyaki. It's got a little bit of that lemon notes going to go with the Omnia for me. And I'm glad to see the ear stopped. I thought that was worse than it turned out to be. Wonderful shave. Thank you for joining me. See you guys on the next one.